Finally, the 29 days of terror are over, and the Webb telescope is at its destination. These 29 days were one of the most chilling times as the telescope made its way towards L2. However, the journey of the Webb telescope is not over yet, because much more has to come once the telescope reaches L2. The best thing about L2 is that Webb will be able to keep up with our planet as it orbits the Sun. The gravitational forces at this point will hold the telescope in place so that it takes little rocket thrust to keep it in orbit of L2. The orbit will also keep the telescope out of the shadows of the Moon and Earth, unlike its predecessor, the Hubble. During the end of the first month, NASA will begin powering up the scientific instruments that will ensure Webb does its job in L2. The process will go on for at least the next 5 months, where it will be all about aligning the optics and ensuring all the instruments work appropriately. Initially, the priority will be to conduct optic checkouts. NASA will use the fine guidance sensor and point the telescope at a single bright star. After that, the sensor will demonstrate if the observatory can lock into targets. The data will be taken through the NIRCam. However, during this phase, the primary mirror segments will have yet to be aligned to work as one mirror in unison. That is why there will be 18 distorted images of the same bright star. If everything goes smoothly, NASA will start the tedious process of aligning all the optics of the telescope. The alignment will begin by identifying what mirror segment goes with what image. Such identification will be made by moving each segment one at a time and ending a few months later with all the segments aligned and the secondary mirror aligned as well. Keep in mind that the cool-down period will officially be over, and the cryo-cooler will begin running at its lowest temperature. As the MIRI begins taking proper data, these processes will take place for at least 5 months. During the 5th and 6th months, the telescope will undergo a process of calibration and commission completion. The observatory will calibrate all the scientific instruments and their various operating modes. The calibration will be done while also observing the various targets that the Webb telescope will witness. NASA will also demonstrate the ability to track any moving objects. These include objects such as moons, asteroids, planets in our solar system, comets, and much more. Once the commissioning phase is complete, the observatory will make early release observations that will be revealed. It will be done to show everyone the exciting and excellent capabilities of the telescope and the observatory. Such a time will be the most exciting once Webb is comfortable in its destination, as it will allow us to know more about our universe and its earliest stars and galaxies. After 6 months, the Webb telescope will begin its science mission with operations as it will begin conducting all its routine tasks. We can't wait to witness the moment when the Webb telescope finally begins conducting its routine observations. That is the time that will enable us to learn more about the universe and its endless mysteries that have perplexed us for the longest time. We hope you are as excited as us during this journey and eagerly waiting for the 6 months to be over. The 29 days of terror may be over, but there is still much more to go.